Recent reports suggest that thousands of migrants in the UK could face visa cancellations or removal under tightening immigration rules in 2026. For many people who have built their lives, careers, and families in Britain, this possibility is creating fear, confusion, and serious uncertainty about what their future might look like. But here's the real question. Who exactly is at risk of being forced to leave the UK? Is it only people who break the law? Or could even small visa mistakes put someone's residency in danger? In this video, we'll uncover 10 shocking reasons why migrants could be asked to leave the UK under the March 2026 immigration rules, and some of them might surprise you more than you think. Stay with us until the end, because understanding these rules could protect your future in the UK. Number 10. Asylum claim rejection. One of the most serious situations where someone may be required to leave the UK is when their asylum application is rejected. Every year, thousands of people apply for asylum in the UK because they claim they are facing danger, persecution, or conflict in their home countries. The UK government carefully reviews these claims to determine whether the person truly qualifies for international protection. During the process, authorities examine documents, personal statements, interviews, and evidence about the conditions in the applicant's home country. If the Home Office concludes that the individual does not meet the legal requirements for asylum, the application can be refused. When this happens, the person may receive instructions to leave the UK voluntarily or face the possibility of removal from the country. However, the process does not always end there. In many cases, applicants have the right to appeal the decision or request further legal review if they believe the decision was unfair. Immigration lawyers and support organisations often assist individuals during this stage to ensure their case is properly examined. The key takeaway here is that the asylum system is strict and evidence-based. Anyone applying for asylum must provide clear and truthful information, along with strong supporting evidence, to increase their chances of receiving protection in the UK. Before you go, tell us in the comments, which rule surprised you the most? Your thoughts help us understand what topics matter most to you. And if you appreciate the effort and research behind these videos, please subscribe to the channel. It's just one click, but it helps us continue bringing you valuable updates like this. Number 9. Claiming benefits illegally. Another important reason someone could be required to leave the UK is claiming public benefits illegally. Many visas issued by the UK government include a condition called No Recourse to Public Funds, NRPF. This rule means that certain migrants are not allowed to access government welfare benefits while living in the country. Public funds can include benefits such as housing support, certain welfare payments, or financial assistance from the government. And these benefits are usually reserved for British citizens or individuals with permanent residency. If someone with a visa that includes the NRPF condition tries to claim these benefits, it may be considered a breach of their visa conditions. Immigration authorities take these violations very seriously. If the Home Office discovers that a migrant has knowingly applied for or received benefits they were not entitled to, it can lead to visa cancellation, refusal of future applications, or even removal from the UK. To avoid this problem, migrants should always carefully check their visa conditions. If someone is unsure about what they are allowed to claim, it is always safer to seek advice from an immigration advisor or legal expert before applying for any form of government support. Understanding these rules can help migrants protect their legal status and avoid unnecessary immigration problems. We'd really love to hear from you. Which immigration rule surprised you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments so others can learn from your perspective. And if you appreciate the time and effort we put into researching these videos, please subscribe to the channel. It takes just one click, but it helps us keep bringing you helpful updates like this. Number 8. Being considered a threat to national security. Another serious reason someone could be required to leave the UK is if authorities believe they pose a threat to national security. The UK government places extremely high importance on protecting public safety, national stability, and security. Because of this, immigration laws allow officials to take strong action if a person is suspected of activities that could harm the country. These situations are relatively rare, but they can involve issues such as links to extremist groups, involvement in serious organised crime, or activities that threaten public safety. When immigration officials or security agencies identify such risks, the government has the power to cancel visas, refuse entry, or order deportation. In many cases, these decisions are based on intelligence reports, investigations, and cooperation between law enforcement agencies. And even individuals who have lived in the UK for years could face immigration consequences if they are found to be involved in activities that put the country at risk. However, the legal process can be complex. Some individuals may still have the opportunity to challenge the decision through legal appeals or courts, depending on the circumstances of their case. The key point is that the UK takes national security concerns very seriously, and any activities that raise serious concerns can lead to immediate immigration action. Now we're curious, do you think UK immigration rules are becoming stricter or fairer? Drop your opinion in the comments and join the discussion. And if you value the research and effort behind these videos, please subscribe to our channel. It's just one click, but it truly helps us keep creating helpful content for you. Number 7. Fake marriages or sham relationships. Another reason migrants may be forced to leave the UK is involvement in a fake marriage or sham relationship. This happens when someone enters into a marriage or partnership only to gain immigration benefits rather than forming a genuine relationship. The UK government takes this issue very seriously. Its immigration authorities regularly investigate suspicious cases where they believe a marriage may have been arranged purely to secure a visa or residency status. In some situations, officials may conduct interviews, background checks, and even home visits to confirm whether the couple truly lives together and shares a real relationship. Certain warning signs can raise suspicion. For example, couples who cannot answer basic questions about each other, do not share living arrangements, or have conflicting information in their applications may attract attention from immigration officers. If the Home Office concludes that the relationship is not genuine, the consequences can be severe. The visa may be cancelled immediately, the individual may be required to leave the UK, and future immigration applications could face long-term bans. To avoid these problems, applicants must ensure their relationship is honest, genuine, and well documented. Providing clear evidence such as shared finances, photos, communication history, and proof of living together can help demonstrate the authenticity of a relationship. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Should governments be stricter about fake marriages for immigration? Share your opinion in the comments below, and if you appreciate the hard work that goes into researching and creating these videos, please subscribe to our channel. It's just one click, but it truly supports the work we do. Number 6. Losing your sponsored job. For many migrants, working in the UK depends on a skilled worker visa, which requires sponsorship from a licensed UK employer. But what many people don't realise is that if that job ends, the visa status can quickly become uncertain. When a sponsored employee loses their job, resigns, or is laid off, the employer must inform the Home Office. Once this happens, the worker usually receives a curtailment notice, which means their visa validity may be shortened. In most cases, the individual is given around 60 days to find a new sponsoring employer or switch to another valid visa category. If the person cannot secure a new sponsor within that period, they may be required to leave the UK. This rule exists because the skilled worker visa is specifically tied to employment with an approved sponsor, not just general residence in the country. This situation can be stressful, especially for migrants who have families homes, and financial commitments in the UK. That's why it's extremely important for visa holders to stay informed about their employment status and visa conditions. If a job situation becomes uncertain, it's wise to start searching for a new sponsor immediately or seek professional immigration advice to explore other possible visa options before the deadline arrives. Now, we want to hear from you. Do you think a 60-day window is enough time to find a new sponsor in the UK job market? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you appreciate the research and effort behind these videos, please subscribe to our channel. It's just one click, but it helps us keep creating valuable content for you. Number 5. Breaching visa conditions. Every UK visa comes with a set of specific conditions that the visa holder must follow while staying in the country. Many people focus only on getting the visa approved, but they often overlook the importance of strictly following those conditions after arrival. For example, a student visa requires students to attend their classes regularly and remain enrolled in their course. If a student repeatedly skips classes or drops out of their program, the university may report this to the Home Office. Once reported, the student's visa could be cancelled and they may be required to leave the UK. Similarly, certain visas place limits on working hours, type of work, or study restrictions. If someone works more hours than allowed, takes a job they are not authorised to do, or switches activities without proper permission, it could be considered a breach of visa conditions. The UK immigration system relies heavily on compliance and monitoring, meaning universities, employers, and other institutions often have a duty to report violations. To avoid problems, visa holders should always carefully read and understand the rules attached to their visa. Following these conditions not only protects your legal status, but also helps ensure a smooth path for future visa extensions or permanent residency. Let's start a conversation. Which visa rule do you think is the hardest for migrants to follow in the UK? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you value the time, research and effort we put into making these videos, please subscribe to our channel. It's just one click, but it truly helps support our work. Number 4. Providing false information or fake documents. Another serious reason someone could be forced to leave the UK is providing false information or submitting fake documents during a visa or immigration application. The UK immigration system relies heavily on trust and accurate documentation, and any attempt to mislead authorities can have serious consequences. Some applicants make the mistake of submitting fake bank statements, forged employment letters, or altered educational certificates in order to meet visa requirements. Others may provide incorrect personal information or hide important details about their immigration history. While this might seem like a shortcut to getting a visa approved, the UK Home Office has advanced verification systems and experienced officers who carefully examine applications. If officials discover that an applicant has used fraudulent documents or intentionally provided misleading information, the visa can be refused or cancelled immediately. In many cases, the individual may also face a long-term ban from entering the UK, which can last for several years. Even if the false information is discovered after the visa has already been granted, authorities still have the power to cancel the visa and require the individual to leave the country. The safest approach is always to provide honest and verifiable information, even if the application process takes longer or requires additional preparation. We'd love to hear your opinion. Why do you think some people risk using fake documents for visas? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you appreciate the effort and research behind these videos, please subscribe to our channel. It's just one click, but it helps us continue creating useful content for you. Number 3. Criminal convictions. One of the most serious reasons a migrant could be required to leave the UK is being convicted of a criminal offence. The UK government has strict policies when it comes to protecting public safety, and immigration laws allow authorities to deport foreign nationals who commit certain crimes. In many cases, if a migrant receives a prison sentence of 12 months or more, the law can trigger what is known as automatic deportation. This means the government has the power to remove that individual from the UK once their sentence is completed. The rule applies even if the person has lived in the country for several years. Criminal offences that may lead to deportation can include serious violence, drug-related crimes, theft, fraud, or other major violations of the law. However, even smaller offences can still affect someone's immigration status, especially if they happen repeatedly. There are situations where a person may be able to challenge deportation, particularly if there are strong human rights considerations, such as family members who are British citizens. These cases are usually reviewed carefully through the legal system. The important lesson here is simple. Migrants must always respect the laws of the country they live in. Staying on the right side of the law not only protects personal freedom, but also helps safeguard long-term immigration status in the UK. Now, we want to hear from you. Should criminal offences automatically lead to deportation, or should each case be judged differently? Share your opinion in the comments. And if you appreciate the research and effort behind these videos, please subscribe to our channel. It's just one click, but it truly helps us continue making helpful content for you. Number 2. Working illegally in the UK. Another major reason migrants may be required to leave the UK is working illegally. Every visa issued by the UK government clearly states whether a person is allowed to work, how many hours they can work, and what type of work they can do. Ignoring these rules can lead to serious immigration consequences. For example, people who enter the UK on a visitor visa are generally not allowed to work at all. If someone accepts a job while holding a visitor visa, it is considered a direct violation of immigration rules. Similarly, students usually have limits on the number of hours they can work per week, especially during term time. Exceeding those limits can also be treated as illegal employment. The UK government regularly conducts workplace inspections and compliance checks to identify illegal employment. If someone is found working without permission, immigration authorities may cancel their visa immediately. In some cases, the individual may be required to leave the UK and could face restrictions on future visa applications. Employers who hire people without proper work authorization can also face heavy financial penalties. The safest approach for migrants is to carefully understand their visa conditions and make sure any job they accept fully complies with the rules set by the UK immigration system. We're curious to know, do you think illegal work happens more because of confusion or because people knowingly break the rules? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you appreciate the time and effort we put into researching these videos, please subscribe to our channel. It's just one click, but it truly supports the work we do. Number 1. Overstaying your visa. The number one reason migrants are required to leave the UK is overstaying their visa. This happens when someone remains in the country after their visa has officially expired, without applying for an extension or switching to another legal visa category. Many people underestimate how serious this issue can be. Sometimes it happens because someone simply loses track of their visa expiry date. Yet while, in other cases, people delay their application thinking they still have time. However, under UK immigration law, even a short period of overstaying can create serious problems. Once a visa expires, the individual may immediately become an unlawful resident. This can lead to several consequences, including being asked to leave the UK, future visa refusals, or even temporary bans from re-entering the country. Immigration records are carefully tracked, and overstaying can affect a person's chances of getting visas not only for the UK, but sometimes for other countries as well. The good news is that this situation is often completely avoidable. migrants should always keep track of their visa expiration dates, prepare renewal documents early, and apply for extensions well before the deadline. Simply staying organised and informed about your visa status can help protect your long-term future in the UK. Before you leave, tell us honestly in the comments, which of these 10 rules do you think most migrants accidentally break? Your answer might help someone avoid a serious mistake. And if you appreciate the time, research, and effort we put into creating these videos, please subscribe to our channel. Yeah, it's just one click, but it means a lot to us and helps us keep bringing you valuable updates. As we've seen throughout this video, the UK immigration system is becoming increasingly strict, especially as new policies and enforcement measures continue to evolve in 2026. For migrants who are studying, working, or building a life in the UK, understanding these rules is more important than ever. The truth is, many of the situations we discussed, such as overstaying a visa, working illegally, breaking visa conditions, or providing incorrect information, are often avoidable mistakes. Sometimes people make these errors simply because they don't fully understand the rules, or they receive wrong advice from unreliable sources. But even small mistakes can have serious consequences, including visa cancellations, removal from the UK, or difficulties with future immigration applications. The key takeaway is simple: always stay informed, organised, and honest when dealing with immigration matters. Carefully read your visa conditions, keep track of important deadlines, and make sure that everything you submit to immigration authorities is accurate and genuine. If you ever feel uncertain about your situation, it's always a smart decision to seek guidance from qualified immigration advisors or official government resources. At the same time, it's important to remember that the UK still welcomes thousands of students, skilled workers, entrepreneurs, and families every year. People who follow the rules and maintain their legal status continue to have opportunities to study, work, and build successful futures in the country. Immigration policies may change, but staying well informed and proactive can make all the difference. And that's exactly why videos like this exist, to help you understand the system better, avoid common mistakes, and protect your future opportunities in the UK.